I saw leaves in the grass, bright balloons with kids attached, bold as love, pigeons pass, finding banquets in the trash, boulevards, avenues, change of scenery and class that contrast in a flash when I cross the railroad tracks. All the way. I walked all the way. Beige brick walls over paint, alchemy they once contained. Aerosol clacks its teeth, masterpieces rise again. Fresh cut fruit on street carts, dressed in lemon chili salt, bittersweet as it starts. Synapse around like arthropods. All the way. I walked all the way. Saw bones break for a smoke under concrete canopies. Ambulances full speed past the red lights in the street. Transforming, changing higher, spiraling higher. Transforming, changing higher, spiraling higher. We're all meant to be transforming, changing higher, spiraling higher. Transforming, changing higher, spiraling higher. Singing it over. Transforming, changing higher, spiraling higher. Well, transforming, changing higher, spiraling higher. Spiral. If you know me well, you know that I ain't the kind of girl who likes to waste her time. Save your whistles and bells, I have no time for that. I'm only trying to free my mind.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
Life is too short to
Let's
be
get into something a little bit more amped up that we're gonna start the show. Hope y'all feeling blessed this morning. My name is Cymarshall. This is the Cymarshall Show, episode 63. Check it out. Let's go.
Who are those guys? Beginning to get on my nerves. Who are those guys?
We them outlaws, baby!
Watch out when we come to town, cause outlaws really do exist on the underground. Anywhere that we run around, real heads know that we never gonna dumb it down. From that day that I walked in that saloon, I knew right away they would talk about it soon. Word got around that I rode it from the east. Black and white chariot, stole it from police. They try to figure out was I a hero or a villain. I ordered straight whiskey and shot up in the ceiling. That's because there was haters on the second floor. Said I didn't have the sound they was checking for. I respect the law, but don't bring the sheriff in. Nigga shells to the back like a terrapin. Then you'll need an MD like Maryland. This is in my bloodstream, no heroin.
Run quicker when my finger strums triggers. Come hither, dumb sinner, can't outrun this gunslinger. Mister, I tongue kiss your mum and young sister. The order dependent on which one's bigger. I plunder and pillage every village I explore. High noon, find a saloon, choose my next whore. Elusive to law, smooth exit through the back door. Ooh, check it, new Stetson in the hat store. Cruise on my Appaloosa as I ride to safety. Losing bounty hunters as they try to chase me. My pasty face and posters wanted dead or alive. Heaven is a holster and I'm a hell of a guy. More cowboy cowboy then soldier, legends never die. Indians and Christians yelling at the sky. There's no convincing me, I live in true infamy. Been too long since we've had a new symphony.
Say that shit. We them outlaws, violate you in them streets, so make a house call. My shotgun on my right, my Glock southpaw. I'm already me, what I gotta chase clout for? Cowgirls this way early in the 90s. That deuce handle pearly and it's shiny. That rap bandit came through in all pink like Cam did. Time to raise back the standards. Can't take the blow back. And all these bitches just hoe rap. I blanded, digger stuck the landing. Claim you a shooter, but shit keep on jamming. Claim you a rider, you might end up stranded. Coming for your food, we might cause a famine. Pillaging and plundering all across the planet. Wet they bodies up like Buster Bus and Janet.
We the outlaws, the law look out for. We the wildest in the Wild West outdoors. Rob the rich to every city and towns without poor. I'm ready before you reach and open your mouth drawer. The young don't become older. Wanted posters, robbers with revolvers and gun holsters. Weaponry, white button up, black vest of me. No one's arresting me. Celebrities to deputies. Feel the wind blowing, see the tumbleweeds rolling. That's the effect when you see 100 thieves strolling. $1 million from all the companies stolen. Families need food and the hungry need clothing. Hear the bell in the steeple, we stand for the people. With a posse like Mario Van Peebles. Hide when your safety's concerned, shell cases will burn. Let's settle this, 30 paces and turn.
It used to be a peaceful town. What's going on, Sheriff? Hide and watch.
Saddle up with guns blazing. I shoot it up without aiming. It's dangerous. About to be some changes round this town. Ain't big enough for the
Yeah. Good morning, y'all. My name is Cymarshall Law. You are now in tune to the Cymarshall Law Show, episode 63, Live Your Life. So that last joint I played is by Montana the Menace, High Noon, featuring Master Ace, Rod Digger, Wordsworth, and Fat Lip. And the first joint I played was Overload by Georgia and Muldrum. Super dope all around. I hope y'all are feeling good today, feeling full of positive energy and love, as we do usually every day, all day on the Cymarshall Law Show. Good vibes and positive energy. I hope y'all are feeling great on this Wednesday, April 14th. We're already in the middle of April. We're just zooming right through the year as we expected. I am feeling insightful today. I'm feeling thoughtful this morning. I wanted to call the show Live Your Life because last show I gave the news of the day, and I missed a piece of news intentionally because it's so close to the heart. I just didn't have the words for it at the time, but we're gonna get into that today, and that's why I'm calling the show Live Your Life. So let's start with the morning prayer. You know, we start with love, positive energy. Let's do it. Universal Gods, great architect, Jah, cosmic intelligence, the all, love, God. Thank you for allowing us to wake up today. Thank you for everyone that hears the sound of my voice today being blessed and having a beautiful, insightful, exuberant day. Thank you for our health. Thank you for our healthy hearts. Thank you for our healthy intestines, lungs, pancreases, livers, kidneys, colons, bones, intestines. Thank you for all of our healthy body parts, brains and hearts. We do appreciate. Thank you for all the nutrition and vitamins and minerals we intake from the food that you bless us with. Thank you for good, flavorful, finger-licking, lip-licking food. Thank you for my appetite. Thank you for your appetite. Thank you for passion, compassion. Thank you for new opportunities. Thank you for us doing well in our new jobs, our new workplaces. Thank you for us doing well in our new relationships. Thank you for new outlooks. Thank you for us not needing to hold on to the past in order for us to grow into a healthy future. Universal Gods, thank you. Amen. Yeah. Let me throw on a beat here. We are going to we're gonna get into a movie review later on when Ace Wonder gets on. I am not sure what movie we're going to review because him and I think, watched like 3 different movies this last week. So it's like whatever one he wants to talk about. We might just talk about all 3. The reason I called this show Live Your Life is actually because, let me turn this joint down. I'm not sure if it's too loud. It's because, one, it's because of everything that is going on with Dante Wright in Brooklyn Center, Minneapolis. I'm not sure if you guys heard. I mean, unless you've been living under a rock, you probably heard, but you know, we have some listeners that are not from America, so I'm not sure if the news in America travels all over the world as fast as it travels, you know, might be to me to New Jersey. So recently, a few days ago, another black man was killed. His name was Dante Wright. He was 20 years old. He was a father, a new father. He was killed after a traffic stop. The police killed him. They pulled him over for having air fresheners in his rearview mirror. The initial report said that they pulled him over for expired tags, but I did look into the story and I found that the kid just bought his car 2 weeks ago, and when he called his mother to tell her why he had been pulled over, you know, before he got murdered, he told his mother is because he had air fresheners in his rearview mirror. Now, being pulled over for air fresheners in your rearview mirror got the police in contact with him, and they looked into it, and he had a couple of misdemeanors out there, so they started messing with him. However, the kid Dante Wright is now not alive, and you got to think, they pulled the man over for having air fresheners in his rear view mirror. Imagine you go out today and you don't get a chance to come home to your children, your mother, your brother, your dad, your sister, because somebody stopped you because you had air fresheners in your rear view mirror. Now, I'm not sure about how it is, you know, for the rest of the planet Earth, but I always felt like your rear view mirror is where you're supposed to put air fresheners. Now, I have air fresheners in my rear view mirror in my car right now at this very moment. So now I'm thinking, am I in danger of getting pulled over because I have these air fresheners in my rear view mirror? And even further than that, is my life now in danger because I wanted my car to smell good? These are issues that not everyone has to bear and go through. Only a certain set of people go through these issues, and it's heartbreaking. So my last show, it's not that I didn't know about the news, it's just that I had a lack of words. I had more emotion, and I'm definitely an emotional leader, meaning that when I delve into a subject, whether that's a book, a movie, a conversation, I feel it like an empath. Like I feel it. So if I were to come on the show fresh and talk about what I saw happening with Dante Wright, it would have been a real emotional show, and I wasn't ready to keep my emotions in check. I probably would have said some wild shit. But it's hurtful. It's hurtful, and it should be hurtful to everyone. I know it's hurtful to people of color, and the issues I feel like we have in the world are when one of us gets hurt, we don't see the problem as all of ours. But the only way I feel like we're gonna grow as a people is if when you get hurt, when I get hurt, when a black man gets hurt, when a Chinese man gets hurt, we all feel it. We all react. If it's wrong, wrong is wrong, right? So the reason I called the show Live Your Life is because it just started I suppose it didn't just start, but because of the whole Dante Wright thing, and also one of the movies I watched on Netflix this week, which is called Two Strangers. I believe that's the title. We'll talk about it later. But the movie is about a... I'll save that for later. But the movie is a racial movie, and it's about a police officer who murders a young black man, but not just once, over and over and over again. The kid keeps waking up, and every day he gets murdered by the same police officer. So these course of events and situations got me thinking about living your life, and how a lot of people don't use their time wisely, and we never know how much time we really have. Like, we never know. We never ever know. Like, other day I read this story about a man who he was working construction, and he was talking to his friend about God, and he was praising God. And his friend said the last words he spoke was, "God is great." And then as those words came off of his lip, something from the construction site fell down and landed on his head, and he died because of the impact. But his last words were, "God is great." So that, I said that to just make it very clear that we never know what's going to happen in life. We never know what's going to happen, and it's best for you to live your life now. I had a conversation with my every once in a while we have a group chats with the fellas, because because of COVID we haven't been getting up in person. So every once in a while we have like Zoom meetings, and last night we had a Zoom meeting, and one of my boys was talking about how his employees, when they do a good job, they get like $5,000 bonuses. And then we started talking about if we would give some of our life, give of some of our time, to trade it in for money. And I was saying to him, sometimes I might be willing to go the extra length and work because I might need the money. But more often than not, money's not everything. It is not everything. We obviously need money to survive. However, if you're gonna ask me what I value more, time or money, I'm always gonna say time. I'm always gonna say time. The time that I spend with my family, with my children, with my friends, you can't put a price on that. Like, it's literally priceless. So when jobs are trying to make you bust your ass and like work overtime and like do way more than your job is paying you for, I've typically been the type of person to I might do a little bit more, but I'm definitely not going to kill myself busting my ass for someone who, if I make an accident, is gonna fire me. Now, the whole accident thing also had me thinking, because if you read the reports on how the police officer murdered Dante Wright, she said she accidentally reached for her gun and not her taser. She just wanted to tase the kid. Now, let me ask you something. I don't know have you ever held a gun or a taser before? They're two completely different weights. As a matter of fact, for the Minneapolis the police department, the taser is on one side and your actual gun is on the other side. And they're two totally different weights. And in addition to that, the taser is bright yellow. So how can you confuse a taser for a gun? So this police officer, this woman who murdered Dante Wright, she was able to quit. She never got fired. But if that were you or I, and we made a mistake at our job, we made a mistake, we made a so-called accident, yo, the door would be spinning so fast, we would be fired so fast, it wouldn't even make sense. So why are police officers allowed to murder people and not feel the same wrath? It's crazy. It's crazy as hell out here, and you just need to know. You never know what's gonna happen in your life. So if I were you, I would live like there's no tomorrow. I would live like there's no tomorrow. I would live carefully. However, if there are things you want to do in life, I would not be procrastinating, because this life is only the Most High has the answers of what's going to happen next. And it's like, are you going to spend your days focusing on things that are not going to get you anywhere? Because if you do, one day you might not wake up. And when you're in the afterlife, reassessing your life that you had on earth, you might be like, well, damn, I shouldn't have been procrastinating because I didn't know how long my time was. And freak things happen all the time. And, this life is just, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. And I just want you guys to focus on your goals, focus on your dreams, focus on good vibrations, the good in your life happening now. A lot of times people focus on the negativity in their life, and they wonder why the negativity continues to grow. But whatever we focus on grows in our life. So people procrastinate. They procrastinate by doing all types of shit that doesn't get them anywhere, but that's what grows in their life. If they're procrastinating doing things that are not getting them anywhere in their life, they never do get anywhere in their life because all their energy and focus is on, and then you never know what might happen one day. God forbid, but there's going to be another Dante, right? There's going to be another Dante, right? And that's what the movie was about, Two Strangers, that I hope we talk about later with AC. If he doesn't bring it up, I'm going to bring it up. But yeah, man, I want to get into a song of the day, and then we're going to come back and chop it up more about this topic and get into the movie of the day and possibly the book of the day. I have a book on the top of my head. I didn't read it recently, but one of the pieces of news that I have today, one of the good news, directly correlates to something that I wrote in the book, so I might just, talk about the book anyway. My name is Cymarshall. If you're enjoying the show, click subscribe, share it, you know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Peace, love, and positive energy. The song of the day that we're going to get into first is by an artist named Dax. I was scrolling up and down Facebook last night, and one of my boys, D-Lump, posted this joint right before he went to bed, and I checked it out, and it was real dope. So yes, this artist is called Dax. My name is Cymarshall. We're going to come back with Ace Wonder. I love y'all. Click subscribe. Click that like button. Yeah, so let's get into this joint. My name is Cymarshall. Let's go. This joint is called Whoopty, remix by Dax.
I'm getting tired of rapping, this shit is too easy, I probably should go and relax. I go in hard when I come, I got government bars, if you hit me, I'm gonna have to tax. This shit is fun though, I'm about to let go. These niggas big. Is enough with them praise? See the beat, I'm about to feast. Stock my prey and calculate its feet. Pouncing, chasing, grabbing with my teeth. Rip it limb from limb, unleash and then repeat. I am not the three, I come before the two. I am the one you must outdo, you lying. If you think you'll win, I cheat, you tried, and I still caught them too. I love his move, lyrically indigenous. People go to my tribe, you can get into it. Not your boy, my vibe, I spit different. Started, I finish it. Niggas bit, no one up, killing it, slipping it, ripping its ligaments. There is no equivalent. Match Mike 5, you're drunk and too belligerent. Time magnificent, time up, never tint. If they say go, then that's what we listen to them. Ha, will obey. There's no telling how far I'll go. I got the will to win. I Smith words, the real ones. They fill my flow. I need a bad gal. Give me Hancock. I am a legend. I hope you know I'm in pursuit of happiness, but this money don't feed my soul. I'm in my element. Like a periodic table, I'm a compound of flows. The mix ain't stable. I got 2 H&Os. My drip hot, Giro, oxygenic and unbeatable. And if I show when I'm capable of doing, niggas gonna combust. So I keep my best bars tucked and just warm them up and wait till I gotta erupt. I'm in a league of my own. There's no justice. An MC, I hammer. They can't touch this. Lack substance. If I ever get a check to instrument, I trumpet and blow beats back. I'm violent like Ireland. I'm Dublin. Speeds consistently with no mumbling. My hemoglobin's so high that explains the iron that I be pumping. I'm off the Richter sister, so consistent with the flows that I control and cruise like Victor. I got Super Bowls. I'm serial cutthroats with this. These people think I kill beats and eat the bodies. It's a homicidal logic. Call me. I'm a mix of Bron and MJ and Muhammad. All these flows I throw could punch and break your body at different species. Rap game won't admit it, but it needs me. No chain, no cars, no hoes, just bars and flows, and I make it look easy. easy. Deep songs with thought-provoking theories. Netflix need to give me a series. I jump through hula hoops to get here. Bitch boy, I ain't never been needy. They push me out, I punch it in. This off the top cause they off the end. Question my reign and dominance. That spreads through all 7 continents. And if it wasn't for these dumbass politics from incompetent optimists who engage non-consciousness, I'd be stacked with accomplishments that complement my skill and my confidence. I can't stop now. I am the answer. Lyrical excellence radiates the cancer. If I ever need a hope, I'ma call up Santa. Fuck the slander, I'm the chief and I command you all to raise your fucking standards. All these foes I shit, I need some huggy pampers. And these hits I homer and release a will of poo on you and leave you stuck like Ned Flanders. Goddamn, I'm juiced like jam, but can't keep me at bay like Tampa. About to fuck the whole game with my big banana and send you to Casablanca by Manana. Keep talking shit, fuck your grammar, not your grandma, your grammar. Stacks. Turn that shit off.
Yo, shout out to Chopzilla. Shout out to Dynasty. Shout out to Cafino. This joint right here.
Loyalty these
called
days
Loyalty.
is just so hard to find. I remember way back when those were the times. Oh, why can't we press rewind? Press rewind, man. Take it back. I said the loyalty today is so hard to find. Oh no, I remember when I trusted people with my sacred touch. Oh, why can't we press rewind?
Better think twice before you ever say goodbye to me. Think hard before you fix your face to lie to me. Good friend, but I make a bad enemy. See a whole nother side of me, and what I'm seeing make it hard to keep believing, man. Everybody's so deceiving, and what I'm giving out don't really match what I'm receiving, but I'm in it anyway. Everything has a season, and they say everything happens for a reason, but I don't know why things go the way they do. Friends become enemies, wanna get at you, always ready to bounce, never wanna sit it through. But if you wanna leave, you can go when you're ready. I'm dope, so I know you won't forget me. By the time you wake up and you try to come back, I'll be in another city, probably performing this track, running back like... Yeah.
Loyalty these days is just so hard to find. I remember way back when those were the times. Oh, why can't we press rewind? Press rewind, man. Take it back. I said the loyalty today is so hard to find. Oh no, I remember when I trusted people with my sacred touch. Oh, why can't we press rewind?
Yo, listen. If it's always her against the world, watch out for that girl. Cause one day you gon' be the world and she swear you against her, and that you want a man, but she don't even want him, so you won't understand. Look, some people ain't happy when it's peaceful. Misery loves company, it's a beast. They love you the most, but they treat you like the least. Hit you up for your connections and your love, then they leave. And see you shine and think they could never be great on their own, so they try to dim yours. But I don't fight battles when I'm trying to win wars. There's enough to go around, baby girl, get yours. But if you wanna leave, you can go when you're ready. I'm dope, so I know you won't forget me. By the time you wake up and you try to come back, I'll be in another city, probably performing this track, running back like...
Loyalty these days is just so hard to find. I remember way back when those were the times. Oh, why can't we press rewind? Press rewind, man. Take it back. I said the loyalty today is so hard to find. Oh no, I remember when I trusted people with my sacred touch. Oh, why can't we press rewind?
Yeah. Welcome to the Cymarshall Law Show. My name is Cymarshall Law. That fly-ass lion posted in the background is a symbolic icon of where Ace Wonder is going to be in a couple minutes. I did see him there. a few minutes ago. That shit is dope, bro. Ace is a Leo, so you know what I'm saying. The lion joint makes sense. So he's back. He's back. I was just giving your lion painting in the back of you props. That shit is dope.
Yo, good luck, man.
No doubt.
Much appreciated, my brother.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. Were you listening to the show before you joined at all?
Of course, I sure was.
So you know what? I've been talking about. I hopped off our Zoom last night before I got a chance to ask you. Did you check out Two Distant Strangers? Did you get a chance to check it out?
Yeah, definitely. Good things.
Word. So I don't know if that was the movie you're gonna review today, or if we're gonna review two, or like I'll let you because I kind of been talking about Two Distant Strangers, but I haven't been talking about it because I didn't know if you were gonna talk about it. But let me know.
Oh yeah, we can rap about it. Let's do it.
All right. So I'll just give a brief what it's about, and then I'll let you run with it, and then we can chop it up about it. So the Two Distant Strangers, again, it's about a young black kid who relives the same day over and over and over again. And what happens is he dies every single day, but he dies by the hands of the same police officer every day. And he's trying to find ways to not die, but the same police officer keeps killing him at the same time. So it's called Two Distant Strangers. It's a short movie. It's on Netflix. It's only 32 minutes long, but it's highly engaging and very dense. I loved it personally, but I don't want to, give it all to you. AC, what did you think? Take it away.
Okay, first, I also loved it. And what people are first going to think about, if they've seen the classic joint with Bill Murray back in the day,
Groundhog Day?
You already know, right? So that's one of my personal old school favorites, right? And so you touched on it when you were talking about was it Dante Wright?
Yes, Dante Wright. Yeah, no, it's Dante Wright.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we see all this stuff happening, right? Like way too many times that we even want to mention when it becomes to questionable race motivations behind some type of senseless act of crime, right? Act of violence. So the movie is surrounded about that. What really drew me to it at first was the dialogue, the witty, kind of quick-paced jabs back and forth between the male character, the main character of it, young black kid who essentially wakes up at some female's crib from a night of fun. And then, he keeps reliving this whole incident where him and another police officer of course, a different complexion, get into it. And so it's crazy interesting, but it hits home because it almost plays out all the scenarios he could have taken, and things start happening in different ways,
Right.
But it's sad, but it's true, man. It's sad, but it's true. I'm glad it painted the picture of what some people already know, but you kind of need to see it from this perspective, because I like how they kind of shaped the character. He didn't seem like he was the typical, I guess, hood or hoodlum that some people might think as far as appearance. When you look at him, you might think that this dude is just up to no good or he's about to start some shit. He doesn't come across like that. It's none about his image that wears that,
Right.
And that's what happens. That's what happens, unfortunately, in society today, that we see it too often, people of our color. And so the movie itself, like you said, it was a short film. It was short and sweet, but it's also a harsh reality. Like, it lets you know, like, bro, this is still going on. And what I really enjoyed about it is that it remembered their names. So that's been a slogan we've seen, right, throughout the past couple years, as far as Black Lives Matter movement. I always see the phrase tagged up, it's remember their names. And they pay homage to the people at the end. Let's just say when everything concludes, you see like a scroll of different names, and it was almost like jaw dropping, man. You know, I've seen it in different posts where people, you know, remember the names and they give the list. You did a great job on your song when you shouted out so many people, you know, that have been unfortunate to those circumstances. And then again, it says it, you know, at the last scene, remember the names, and it gives you a quick summary of what the person was doing when their demise was met.
Right.
And it's senseless, you know, from people from simply dropping off another family member, coming from work, walking into their house, sleeping in their house, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you see that, and what I really enjoyed was that I didn't enjoy the fact that it had to be put out there, but the fact that they acknowledged the amount of females this has also happened to, because I think people tend to forget, you know Breonna Taylor and a few other names, but bruh, it's a lot of women, a lot of girls that, you know, have been taken out
right
by this stuff. And I felt they did a good just due of the amount of girls that they tagged in their names also. It wasn't just heavily male dominant, you know, and that was cool. But I really enjoyed the slick talking back and forth. The writers, you know, I'm into dialogue.
Very natural, didn't it?
It did. I kind of enjoyed the female. I'm not even sure who she was, and you know, I didn't catch her name, the actress's name, but I enjoyed her because she kind of kept you know, she kept it spicy, I should say, with the dialogue and her words she was being used, and so yeah, man, it was dope. I'd probably give it a solid 4.5. It's like kind of one of the things like, how could you knock it, you know?
I don't know if this was his first acting job, but the guy who played the brother in the movie, I don't know, I'm not sure if you knew, but he's a MC named Joey Badass, so I don't know if that was his first acting role, but if it was, he did an incredible job. You didn't realize it was Joey, did you? Yeah, man.
And I'm laughing because, no, to answer your question, I did. But, wow. I've only heard the dude. I don't really follow his music real tough. So, you know, you already could understand that.
My nephew had put me up on Joey Badass a few years ago, which is pretty cool.
Years back. I remember him, you know, being on the forefront of the new hip hop scene coming out of East Coast, specifically New York, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm familiar with some of his music. I hear, absolutely, he's been around. But no, I did a visual putting a face with a name. Nah, I did not know, and I'm glad I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to know it was him, and then thinking him as an actor, what I may think of his music. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think bad of his music, but the fact is, I didn't even want any bias to even come in and have me kind of.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, judge him on a preliminary status. So that's kind of dope. That's dope. I hope he does more. It seemed natural to him. It didn't seem like he was a natural play. You know, it didn't seem like he was forcing it.
That whole scene with them in the bedroom just reminded me of something very familiar.
Oh yeah. You want to talk about it?
No. But just their banter back and forth, I was like, that's really good acting. It sounds like something that would happen.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Very real, very genuine. Yeah, man.
So yeah, out of 5, I probably give it I'm gonna give it a 4.5. It was really good. I mean, it was really good. Fuck it, I give it a 5, man. Because I'm sitting here trying to find out why I wouldn't give it that 0.5, but I've never saw a short movie that lasted 32 minutes that had so much impact and like information and dense. I mean, it's not anything that I didn't know before. But the way they put it in that 32 minutes, it has to be a slap in the face to anyone watching it. Like, yo, they go through this shit. So to me, what he went through was, you know, obviously, maybe it's not obvious, but a metaphor for what all those people went through just in different ways. It's like, yo, we can't win. It feels like we can't win. And I think that's what the movie was even saying at the end. Like, yo, just when you think you about to win, nah.
Yes.
It's hurtful. That's why, I'm telling people, live your life now, because life is not always fair. You may not get to where you think you're going to get to because God's plan might be different from your plan. So it's never about being fair. So fuck thinking it's fair. I would say live your life right now. Do what you want to do right now. Don't be thinking shit is going to be fair, because you might end up real hurt.
Yo, that's the truth, man. That's, being brutally honest. But you know what? You make me reconsider my grade on this, and I might have to run up that 0.5 to a 5, based on your determination. Not knowing why would I not give it a 5? But I think about predictability, and it kind of spun me at the end. So without giving up, the final scene and the whole conclusion of it, I'm big on predictability, and I thought it was gonna go one way. It kind of, and then it was still like a very curve at the very end, which made sense. And I was gonna try to compare it to another movie not too long ago that kind of dropped, but it might give it away. So yeah, I'm gonna run with a 5, man. I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna run with a 5.
Word. Shout out to the directors, the writers who made Two Distant Strangers. So if you haven't seen it, please do check it out on Netflix.
Puffy, did you peep that?
You said Puffy? Puffy what?
I want to say in the last scene, the last credits. I'm big on the credits.
Diddy was in there?
I saw his name as far as, like an executive producer at the end. So he was one of many. He wasn't alone, but I promise you, I definitely saw, Combs. What I'm saying?
Well, shout out to Diddy. Shout out to Diddy doing this thing. There was a long time ago where I didn't like Diddy. I didn't like Diddy at all. But yeah, man, I was hating. I was an immature kid hating because I used to see him in the shiny suits, and I used to think that like he was ruining hip hop. But as I grew and got maturer, I found that who am I to tell anybody what they can artistically do? Could you imagine someone trying to tell me what I can artistically do?
Problem. Nah, not at all.
Oh man!
But
and then
shout out to you for acknowledging that, and being able to change your frame of mind. That's what it's all about, right?
And yeah, no doubt. He helped me too. I don't think he wrote this line, but he said, "Don't worry if I write rhymes or write checks." And a light bulb definitely went off in my head when he said that. Like, this motherfucker got a point.
Yo, it's always easier when you just speak your truth and you put it out there.
Yeah.
Yo, man, oh man, so much easier, man. Yeah, I think
we can have a whole show called "Speak Your Truth." Because when you speak your truth, it's really hard for people to argue with you, because it's like, that's my truth, motherfucker, not yours, mine.
Yo, fam. I was listening to over the weekend, with DMX passing, I think it was this past Friday, like officially, being announced by his family. And so I'm listening to, I think it was Sirius Radio and Mr. C, right? Mm-hmm. And so I remember Mr. C having the whole ordeal and getting, he's getting ran through the mud. Remember his sexual preferences got outed. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But my man, so let me not get confused. Hearing Mr. C over the weekend reminded me of earlier in the year. I was listening to him and heard him just talking about, coming clean and just and joking about it, but being witty about it. Be like, yeah, man, you know what I like. That's not weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone knows what I like. And him joking about it, but then being free about it and hearing him just being able to express himself. Bro, man, I respected the dude. I laughed a little bit. It was just like, yo, because it's like the dude Ricky, I was gonna call Officer Rick Ross, denying being a CEO. It's like I heard Mano say, it wasn't the fact that you were, it's just the fact that you lied about it. Like, you weren't comfortable in your own skin, like.
Right, and so, sorry. I spoke about last show. I think I called it the importance of acceptance, and this is the point I was trying to get around to. Like, yo, if you are going to be whatever you're gonna be, just be that and be it loudly. Say it with your chest.
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of times people half-ass what they're doing. And one of the greatest quotes that I ever learned, I have all these like quotes flying through my head. It was like either stand or sit, but never wobble in between. And I feel like a lot of people wobble in between. They don't stand on who they are. They're not sure if that's who they. And I feel like a lot of times when people are wobbling in between, they never can realize their real potential, their true potential.
Facts, I agree.
Yeah, man. I don't know if you wanted to get into another movie or if that was the movie you were going to talk about today.
That was the movie, and I don't want to just pull from a hat. And see, I know we both talked about what's that? What was the other joint we talked about? Nah, not Godzilla and Kong. Did you see All Day and the Night?
Oh yeah, All Day and the Night. I watched it.
Yeah, All Day and the Night, man. I thought that was dope, and I was late on that. And so, you know, well, fuck it. We brought it up, right? So All Day and the Night. It has my man from. Help me out. What is he from? You know, because you were telling me, I think.
Oh, he's from the Wu-Tang Saga. He was from that's the main thing I know him from. He played the RZA in the Wu-Tang Saga.
Okay, I remember from Equalizer 2 with Denzel. That was my man. Yeah, so
yeah, you're right. He was in part 2, right?
Yep.
So he was the guy spray painting in part 2.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. And it just runs down a real story about a young dude growing up, man. And it's kind of the generational pitfalls and challenges that we face as African Americans, you know, kind of like an inner city urban environment. And man, his struggle, you know, goes growing up, you know, with his boy. Everyone had one, you know what I'm saying, a friend that either took a turn going the right direction, wrong direction, or struggling in between, walking that thin line. And choices he had to make coming of age, you know, becoming a young parent. At the same time, he's chasing his dream as a musician, which, you know, I can definitely respect. And it's a dope story. I respect that it gave it from an aspect of being from the Bay. So we see these. Right. At first, I was going to compare it to something on the West Coast that would be generic, and probably anybody on the West Side would probably be like, yo, what the fuck? It's totally different. But you think of like your Minister Societies, your Boys in the Hoods, anything from Cali, but it wasn't just that, because it wasn't LA specific.
Right.
Homie was in the Bay, and they showed that Bay culture, you know what I'm saying, as far as the music being played, the gear and the clothes that was being worn, and I respected that. It kind of showed you, man, things to look out for if you really slick and in tune as a young dude, man, growing up. Some of the things you gotta watch for, they put you on in this movie, and that can actually overlap and hold firm to people probably growing up in Alabama, or people growing up in like, you know, Minnesota or, you know, Utah. Like, it's as far as reading people and you know, being wise about the choices that you make, man. And I enjoyed it. I was late because my oldest was like, yeah, I peeped that before, but I think it just dropped on Netflix. You know how they do.
Yeah,
so,
I had never seen it at all. So the actor is quickly becoming one of my favorite actors. His name is I got it right here. His name is Ashton Sanders. And,
there you go.
You know, he's super dope. I also saw him in the Wu-Tang American Saga series, which I believe they're making a part 2 for.
They need to.
Yeah. But this movie, All Day and the Night, like you said, it came out a year ago, but I hadn't seen it, and they kind of slipped it by. And there's definitely I'll kind of read the storyline so people know. A soft-spoken Jakar Abraham Lincoln struggles to keep his dream of rapping alive amidst a gang war in Oakland. His ill-fated life and real-world responsibilities drive him further and further across the line of right and wrong with tragic consequences, landing in prison beside his father, who he never wanted to be like. So it's deep, it's thick, it's dense, and if you ever wanted to know what that life might be like in the Bay, as Ace said, this is a dope a movie for you to check out.
Yo, so I got a question for you, right? And apologies if I cut you off.
Sorry. No,
You're about to draw from someone. Okay, so I forgot to even mention. So I did say about the generational pitfalls and struggles that they go through, but that made me think. This movie is heavy on, his dad, his relationship, with his dad. It gives you examples and it shows you what he witnessed as a child growing up in his household. And then it also shows you what is basically essentially happening as he's becoming a man, becoming now a father, right, and what his son may possibly have to go through. Right. And I guess I say all that to ask you this. Do you believe it may be easier to fall into that category? I want to say category, I mean like into that same situation when you have a father or someone that's been institutionalized or in prison. Because it only makes me think of our close friend that we've had growing up, who, as long as I've known him, his father was locked away. And then, we all grew up, ran around together. And unfortunately, he's been locked up and he's been down for quite some time and actually went down the same road as his father. And him always talking about his father was from a certain perspective. And I always kind of thought about that. Never really spoke to you on that particular perspective, but it holds true and it hit home when I saw it because I immediately thought about our boy, and I'm just not mentioning names to put other people's business out there, but
I have three thoughts that came to mind while you're talking. I'll try to remember all of them. The first one was the sins of the father will become child's. The second thought I had was monkey see, monkey do. I walk around this house and my little 2-year-old literally does everything I do. Literally. I don't even want him to. I'd be like, stop. That, like, monkey see, monkey do. And then thirdly, I had one more point. And what was the point? I guess I'll have a fourth point is that I can't say, all right, my third point was I believe that as a soul, you choose your parents. Like, I believe this through and through. I believe that before we decided to come to this physical realm, I believe we were souls, spirits, and we were able to literally pick what two people were going to be our parents. And I believe we did these things because those parents are able to teach us, even if they're not like reading a book and teaching it to us, but through their actions and through the ways they may want to teach us, they're able to help us have the experiences that we came to Earth for. Because I really feel like, us being on Earth is not necessarily about good, bad, right, or wrong. I feel it's about experiences. I feel we're here to grow, and we can't grow unless we have experiences. So as a soul, before we come to Earth, this is how I feel. I feel like we're able to pick our parents. So our friend, I think he picked his parents. And this kid in the movie, he picked his parents. And not to say that he wanted that life, because, he's here on the physical realm. But I do believe that it's no coincidence that he went through those things in the movie or in real life. And I feel like he was meant to go through them. And I feel like, everyone's story is different. So I can't necessarily say what, speaking to what you were saying earlier, what holds true for our friend would hold true to me, because we're all different. I mean, we're going to react in different ways according to you know, our influences and our environments, but I definitely feel like they were supposed to go through these things. I do feel like the father having that lifestyle before the kid gets there has a lot to do with the kid going through it. I do. To give you a simple, direct answer after my forethoughts.
No, that's cool. And you touched on some things. We could probably draw this convo out longer, but I won't. But the fact that you believe that we pick our parents, that's deep. I'm not sure if I can say I haven't heard that before, but it's deep because I always hear the opposite. People love to use the saying, we don't pick our parents, so we don't choose our parents. You know, when some fucked up shit goes down with, you know, family members or something, you always say like, well, you don't pick your parents, but you believe in the exact opposite. I think one is just dope for just having a different frame of view, period. And then would make me want to pick your brain a little bit on, you know, your stance on that. We do that another day though. But yeah, man, that's what came to mind when I looked at the movie. I thought about the homie and was like, damn, you know, a lot of people probably know different people in that same situation where, you know, monkey see, monkey do. And you're right about the kids. And yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, I have, you know, if I want to use my life as an example. I'm obviously an artist and musician first. And my dad, that's what he was. He was a musician. He was a sound engineer. He owned his, you know, own sound system in England. And he was the first person to teach me how to like hold a mic and told me not to cuff the mic. And then if you look at my mom, she is just like always been this carer or giver, a person who is like a mother of all people. And I feel like if you add the emotion and thoughts and their actions of both my mom and my dad, you definitely have me. And that's why I always like when I go to my grandma's house, and listeners, you guys should do this too if your grandparents are still around, great grandparents' house. When I go to my grandma's house, I ask her as many questions as possible, because I definitely feel as though the things she went through in her life are now there to teach me. And a lot of people I feel like a lot of people don't respect their elders, and I am like when my grandma has to ask me to stop asking questions, and she often asks me why am I asking all these questions, but because I think like this, like, yo, not only did I pick my parents, but I picked my grandparents. So what did grandma go through that can teach me in this life? Yeah, that's man. Just me. Yeah, but I feel that we all should do that. If you have God bless if you still have your grandparents around. Ask them questions, man. If you ask them questions, you might find a lot about yourself, and it might help direct you where you need to go. Like if you're kind of confused right now, you might want to look back so you can find out how to go forward. There's a African phrase, I believe it's called Sankofa, that means exactly that. But yeah, man.
Shout out Sankofa.
Word up.
Well, I said that was a dope restaurant / kind of bookstore across from Howard University that had some good grub too, but was just a dope spot, man. You meet some good-minded people there, and people know, you know, Georgia Avenue, Washington D.C., Sankofa. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's still open, but it was a staple. It's a spot. Word up.
So I want to get into this book review. So I didn't read the book recently, but when I was gathering the news for today, one of the pieces of news made me think about the book. And so this book review is just straight off the head. I probably haven't read this book in like 10 years, but I recently told a new friend about it. The book is called Celestine Prophecy, and it's by James Redfield. And it has a lot to do with synchronicity. And synchronicity meaning understanding when you are on this life that there are no coincidences. And not only are there no coincidences, that if you use your fine-tuned energy and you are able to clear your mind and clear your spirit, you're actually able to use your spirit as a guide to direct you to successes and spiritual successes in your life. And we have a lot of these occurrences that people call coincidences, but really they're energy attracting energy. So if I walk in a room and there are people in the room that are not focused on me, one or two of them might actually feel my presence because I'm vibrating with an energy that's similar to theirs, and they might want to speak to me. I might want to speak to them because we probably have information to help each other. Anyhow, so the Celestine prophecy is about these insights that allow us to be our best selves spiritually. And the reason I wanted to speak of the book is super dope. It actually has 3 parts. Celestine prophecy is the first part, 11th insight is the second part, and the third part is called Secrets of Shambhala. Now, Secrets of Shambhala is really what made me think about what the piece of news that I found today is what made me think about Secrets of Shambhala, because within Secrets of Shambhala, I'm gonna go straight from this into the news because it makes sense. In Secrets of Shambhala, there is this earth within inside of earth, and in this earth within inside of earth, everything is made by pure energy. It's as if you were able to focus all of your energy to create things. And when I say everything, I mean houses, clothes, cars. It's all pure energy. So these people are at such a heightened state in their spiritual evolution that they're able to, like, everything is energy. So that book is super dope. That book series, Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. They made a movie out of it. I wouldn't suggest watching the movie because the movie's whack. They skimped out on the actors, on everything. I don't know why they did that. I don't even know why people do that. Like, just I guess they want to get the movie out there, whatever. But yeah, the book is called Celestine Prophecy. It's by James Redfield. Highly recommend it. I would show you a copy of it, but it's in my other room. But it's called Celestine Prophecy. I'm actually going to write it in the chat window right now. Prophecy by James Redfield. Not only that, if you find his site, they have like synchronized meditations that are just super dope. I'm not sure if anyone's into that, but you know, I meditate. And I've always found that meditating with somebody else or with a group of people is more powerful. They say when you focus on something, that's how you bring it to life. And when more than one person is focusing on the same thing, you can definitely bring it to life faster. So yeah, man, that book is called Celestine Prophecy again. So tying straight into the news, just moving straight into the news. The good news that I found, where did I put it? I was just skimming through articles this morning, and oh, it's right here actually. So let me pause this shit because this shit is so dope to me. So check it out. So a futuristic green fabric that works like a smartphone is being unveiled by scientists. A new fabric developed by a Chinese team of scientists that works like a smartphone could have applications in communications, navigation, healthcare, and safety. The high-tech garment could improve safety for cyclists, motorists, emergency responders, and more. For instance, the brush of a sleeve could display a textile map on their arm in an instant. The inexpensive material turns a jacket into a touchscreen and could be in shops by Christmas. It's powered by solar energy, and it combines conductive and luminescent fibers with cotton. It's wearable technology, and it's been promised for years, but now they're at the brink of actually coming to life. And I just think this is incredible. Like a jacket made out of solar energy. Not only is it incredible, I read about this shit in books like way before. Now it's like, yo, people are incredible, man. I wouldn't be surprised if we had some type of alien technology like my man from Star Labs on Titans, Cyborgs Pops. But
no, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
That's crazy. We're getting there. Things we saw in the movies growing up and not too far. It's almost like they pattern things off of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was first, like the idea or the movie? Did not, like, I don't know, but
I feel they definitely put a lot of secrets in movies, and I feel somebody once said the best place to hide something is right in front of somebody's face. So I feel like they definitely give a lot of jewels inside movies that people don't expect, and a lot of the ideas that we see, they had to come from somewhere. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But yeah, man, more news. The J&J vaccine has been paused over blood clot issues. I know a lot of people out there getting the vaccine. I wish y'all safety. I wish everything goes well. Just be focused and know everything about what you're getting. And, you might want to, read some J&J vaccine articles. It's supposed to be paused, so they shouldn't be giving that to you. If you go to get your vaccine today and they're pulling out the Johnson & Johnson, say, hold up. Matter of fact, stop the beat on them. I'm like, nah, homie.
Nah, they paused it. So I tell you, I don't know if we was in a group chat yesterday talking about this. And I was sharing one of our boys, he got the vaccine, he got the Pfizer, and I was telling him I just pulled the trigger to go ahead and say I'm gonna get it. So I was lucky. I got, so let's say lucky or unlucky, right? So I decided this week, fuck it, I'm gonna get it. I think it was like Saturday or Sunday. I hopped online. I was able to get an appointment pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? Quicker than I know a lot of other people were. I got it for this Friday. And I specifically wanted the J&J because I wanted one and done. I didn't want to come back for another shot. So I signed up. They scheduled me. I'm good for this Friday. I got the email last night, like maybe right before midnight. And they had to, I think they either said reschedule or postpone. I forget the verbiage on it. But yeah, man, that's done. But I don't know what.
I didn't hear you say you got an email last night. I don't know if that shit was while we're on the phone, but
you hopped off. You hopped off the group chat. Yeah, So you hopped off, but yeah, man, they sent me the email because I think I was going to like a Walgreens. They had mine like at some local Walgreens somewhere, and and they made it seem like it was like across the board, like it wasn't just my location. Like any spot, not just Walgreens, like any spot administering that. J&J is shut down right now.
If I were people going to get the vaccine today or tomorrow, I would still ask. Because, human error. Someone might have forgot to throw out the Johnson & Johnson. Matter of fact, someone could have had an accident. Because we all have accidents out here, right? If you know what I mean, you can't be trusting these people.
Yeah.
They might say I had the Johnson & Johnson on the left side and I had the Pfizer on the right side, and I didn't realize the difference, and I gave you, I shot you and killed. No, let me stop. You know what I'm trying to get at. I'm perturbed about that damn situation. Anyhow,
shout out homie in the chat. I don't know when we on these chats, right? I can't see because I'm on the Zoom. I'm not looking at the YouTube. I probably need to have multiple screens up, but I think homie in the chat was saying that they usually choose the taser for the non-dominant hand. That makes sense. So I guess it could be left or right. It's not standard, but
word.
Yeah. Regardless, man.
Shout out to Kim. Yeah, that's brother cool Kim from New MCs. Angie was saying, if you can think it probably exists in a government lab. Facts on. Finally, someone who thinks as crazy as I think.
Yeah. They paying someone that. They paying people to think it, and probably come to life, man. And so. Yeah, man. All of that. It's true.
So what else we have here? I don't have too much today. DMX's family came out to stop the rumors. I personally kept hearing that Jay-Z and Beyonce bought DMX's masters and gave them back to their children. DMX's family came out and said that didn't happen. They also said they haven't been accepting money for his funeral. So that's also a rumor. Shout out to X's family.
You said they have not been accepting?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I don't know his, people be so fucking nosy, man. Like,
yeah, you figure, yeah.
And that's what people be concerned about. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, dude.
You know what? My man Kim the other day said on the show, said something really good. He said people's default is negative, not positive. And for a long time in my life, I definitely thought people's default behavior was positive. And I had to find out the hard way that there are not that many great people, and that's why I try to teach my kids to be good people. Like, I definitely need, if I have one piece of legacy, is that I can make my children good people, so I can add to the amount of good people in the world. Because I just can't believe, man, I'm in my late 30s. I still can't believe that, whatever, man. Anyhow, moving right along. And this is my last piece of news. The Virginia officer who pepper sprayed the officer who pepper sprayed a black army officer did get fired. His name is Joe Gutierrez. He's accused of using excessive force during a traffic stop in Windsor, VA, has been dismissed. Peace, so long, good riddance. This man was an army veteran in uniform and still got pepper sprayed. And that goes to what the movie, The Two Distant Strangers. Like, yo, it's almost like it doesn't matter what we do. How you gonna be an army veteran in your uniform and still getting fucked with by the police? I'm not sure if you watched the video too, but the guy was pleading. Like, it wasn't like an unclear thing. He was saying who he was, and it's not like you couldn't see who he was. But Two Distant Strangers, man.
So I didn't see the video. I only got wind of the situation. I forget what celebrity. It was like a music celebrity or music personality. Somebody posted it on IG. I just seen like a post about it. I wasn't on IG, but saw that they posted. But it was talking about this situation. Like, come on, like, I can't remember who posted it, but regardless, they brought light to it. And I just want to say this because you brought that up, and it ties all around full circle. The same homie who we're talking about, who right now is, behind the gates, is sitting down. Been sitting down for a minute, right? Before that unfortunate circumstance occurred that got him in the situation he's in now, I'm riding in the car with him one day, right? And we're out here. I live in Maryland. We're out here, right? And he has two homies in the back seat. They're both asleep. We just came from the mall. We get to a stoplight, and it's like some shit out of a movie. I don't know if I ever told you the story. Maybe not.
Oh.
So within seconds, we're at a stoplight. Man, we get surrounded by like 4 to 5 cop cars, and motherfuckers hop out on us with guns drawn on some straight like secrets, on some movie shit, like anything you could think of. I thought of like 24 Jack Bauer shit. Like, they're coming up to us, guns drawn, get out the car, take keys out the car, put them on the dashboard. They pulling on the door handle, trying to get us damn out the car. His homies asleep in the back, right? So let me try to speed it up real quick.
No, you don't got to speed it up. Like,
you don't know what the fuck is going on. They start asking us questions like, yeah, where are you coming from? Who are you? Checking our ID. Mind you, I swear I'm like 17. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. We're young. You know what I'm saying? We're still mad young. And he had just got into the military, right?
Right.
He had a military ID that he shows along with his license. Fam, dude, I kid you not, I've never seen a fucking police officer do a full 180 in his energy and emotions towards someone, especially like another black brother. The way they stopped pressing us out and started talking to my man was like, it straight baffled me. They started treating him with so much fucking respect.
That's what I like to hear. Shit.
we weren't dressed like we came from a job interview. You know what I'm saying? Like, we young black probably had on like size triple, quadruple X white tees. You know what I'm saying?
It was
Super
at the
baggy.
era where you had the dipset hats that were this big on your head. Your head was
Titties,
swimming in the joint.
tilted
Okay.
fitteds,
Wave cap
bandanas,
underneath.
Wave caps.
Yeah,
You already know,
yeah.
right? And so, yo, man, and then his homie start waking up in the back seat, like kind of shook, like what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing what's going on. But they presented him with so much respect. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? Let us check this out. What happened was they told us that a car was just stolen with like an armed theft robbery or something like that. And the car we were driving, and of course fit the description. They thought we might have been the perpetrators that, you know what I'm saying, just pulled off the, just carjacked it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The carjacking. So they were checking us. But my man, yo, it was to the point where I wanted a military ID. I was trying to get him. I'm like, if they showed a nigga, and that was my train of thought back then, a young 17-year-old kid, because my interaction with police was never that smooth, that respectful, that cordial. It was always being approached initially as if I've already done something wrong. And so it's kind of, I just had to share that story real quick. Because
thank you.
The change and the turnaround they showed him, but then what's this? 2 decades later, you know what I'm saying? 2 decades later, where a grown person that's in, we weren't in a military, he wasn't in his military garments, you know what I'm saying, a uniform, but this dude was, and he still gets fucking disrespected and shitted on. So you never know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would hope it goes in a situation where it happened to us when we were younger and what my man experienced, but you can still get the fucking short end of the stick, man, and get fucking degraded out here, man. It's crazy.
You know what? I can't stand when someone tells a story like you just told, and then someone they end the story with, oh, but there are good cops too. Because it's obvious there are good cops. That's not the point of like what we're trying to say.
Nah, man, it goes down both ways, bro. You gotta keep your head on a swivel and just be aware. Like, it can happen to you, and not everyone's bad, not everyone's good. Like, it's a balance, and shit is real out here, man.
I remember one time in my life, it was in the mid 2000s, I got stopped a string of 3 times by police officers. Like, bang, bang, bang. Like, in the course of maybe 3 months, I got stopped 3 times. All 3 times, I was in the wrong and should have got a ticket. And all 3 times, I didn't get a ticket. They let me go. Were kind as ever. So, you know, we're all different. And again, I don't want to be the guy to be like, oh, you know, there are good cops too, because it's obvious. A lot of times the stories about the good police don't get told enough. So, you know, they're out there. It's just that it's been, my experiences have been overwhelmingly negative towards the, you know, bad cops. Like, of those 3 experiences that I had, I can tell you 20 more that have been bad.
Right.
So,
yeah.
It's rough out there. It's rough out there. But yo, with that, I think we can go ahead and end the show. I actually want to end it with playing my joint Say Their Name, since it makes sense. But after this joint, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I thank y'all for coming through to the show. If you enjoy, click like, subscribe, share it, tell people about it. I love y'all. It's all love and positive energy here all day, every day. Yo, AC, I hope you have a great day ready for your, you know, coming up for yourself. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. You too, brother.
So I'm going to be here just kind of looking at the screen while this joint plays, but then after, I'm going to peace out. My name is Cymarshall Law. That is Ace Wonder. We are Crossroads. Peace, love, and positive energy. And we out like that. Let's go.
Sometimes it's hard to believe the type of world I am in. The world is a musician playing the saddest violin. Cause we get pulled back every time my people try to win. Turn the TV on and across the country is rioting. Cause they killing us in every way from A to Z. Plus they don't want us to take a stand or even take a knee. Built to be strong, but when things are wrong,
crisis, this is not what they came to see. Sometimes I think, bro, we came far since Jim Crow. For some of us, it's been so, but racists still think slow. And you're only hearing about the most extreme cases, but there's levels and we going through this on a daily basis. Then the next day at work, how we gotta act is fine when brothers out here being murdered and being black's a crime. Hard to listen to, some numb to the pain, but I won't let you forget we're gonna say their names. Come on, Sandra Bland, better say her name. Hey, yo, Rakia Boyd, better say her name. Come on, Breonna Taylor, better say her name. Come on, Trayvon Martin, better say his name. Come on, Tony McDade, better say his name. Come on, Alton Sterling, better say his name. Hey, yo, Philando Castile, better say his name. Hey, yo, his name is George Floyd, you better say his name. Come on. Watch your back, cause you black, cause they slam, man. We under attack, it's bigger than rap. You trying to brag, gang? This is reality, I'm not trying to make a friend. I got 3 sons, sometimes I don't know what to say to them. Imagine withholding the oxygen a man needs while he's gasping for air and he's telling you he can't breathe. Now we pursuing fights for human rights, but some more outraged than animal abuse than human life. And I just wanna know peace. But black men are more than twice as likely to get killed by the police. Are you part of the problem or part of the answer? Cause I'm tired of seeing us getting murdered on camera. I was 15, cops pinned me to the ground, shotguns pointed at me. Mistaken identity, now a terrible memory. They tried to steal all the dreams that this kid got. I came home that day, this is for others that did not. Freddie Gray, you better say his name, come on. Walter Scott, you better say his name, come on. Jamar Clark, better say his name, come on. And Eric Garner, better say his name, come on. And Terrence Crutcher, better say his name, come on. And Walter Scott, better say his name, come on. Atiana Jefferson, say her name, come on. Ahmaud Arbery, better say his name, come on. My daughter is a princess, to make her a queen is my mission to protect her at all costs, cause he's killing black women too. Protect her emotions, her mental state, and her physical. It's critical, and this is for every individual. Trust not just for us, other races I'm hitting you. Cause your quiet is violence and your silence is racism too. Some think they close to the situation, no that's far. Hit me today, you check your racist ass grandpa. Cause we all get to go on with another life gone. But look her in the eye and tell that it's Tamir Rice mom. Cause in their present state, they won't hesitate to harm. We prayed, we marched, now we gotta educate and arm. From now on, gotta look in your heart and inside your brain. What you gonna do so all these people didn't die in vain? The pain will remain, but tomorrow can't be the same. So again and again, I'm gonna make you say their names. Come on. Michael Brown, you better say his name. Come on. And Eric Harris better say his name. Come on. Oscar Grant better say his name. Come on. Samir Rice better say his name. Come on. Terry McDoyle better say his name. Yo, Sam DuBose, you better say that name. Come on. Laquan McDonald better say that name. Yo, both DMJ, you better say that name. Come on. Yeah, I apologize that I'm not gonna be able to name everybody that died to the hands of racism. But just know, you will not be forgotten. We're gonna keep saying your name until a change comes. Let's go.
Yo, I love y'all. My name is Cymarshall again. No doubt, brother. No doubt, brother. So, yo, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Keep your heads up. Live your life now. Peace, love, and positive energy. I'll see y'all on Friday. And we out like that.
Peace.